Hello there, this is T-Mac from Wild for the Outdoors, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about a deer's tarsal glands, or as I kind of mentioned around in my last video, hawks. That's kind of what we call them. They're hawks, tarsal gland, whatever you want to call it. This gland is located right on the inside part of their leg, halfway down their leg at that first big joint. I guess it'd be a knee, except it bends in reverse. But it's right on the inside there, and you can tell the stages of the rut just by observing that actual gland. In the video I shot last week, the last weekend of muzzleloader, I got to see all stages of it, it seemed. This little white-faced buck here, he had a little bit of darkening of the tarsal gland, but not much. Now this other half-horn buck, man, them suckers were pitch black. Now that big buck I shot last week, his were pitch black and he stank. Okay, that's the way it is. Bucks go first. Okay, the whole reason a buck exists, and most animals, even people, nah, the male species is here to, they got their part in the system. A male buck, his duty is to breed does. He's carrying on what he's supposed to do. And that's, scrapes are a part of that, rubs are a part of that, and this gland is a part of that. When he's at that scrape, he urinates down his legs and rubs it in with that gland on the inside of that leg, and that puts his custom scent there, letting the does know, hey, this is me, this is what I smell like. Even like when this buck was rubbing his horns, he wasn't rubbing his horns, he was rubbing the gland he has on his forehead on this tree stump, letting the ladies know, hey, I'm available and I'm ready. So they're ready well before the does are. The doe's tarsal gland that I shot, as you can see, just not that dark. Getting there, but not that dark. And when they start darkening up, that means they're visiting the scrapes and they're urinating down their legs and getting their scent. They're telling the bucks, okay, I'm ready for you. So it plays a key part in, visually seeing what rutting activity is going on, how far along the rut is. Now chasing, like I seen that morning, a little buck chasing a doe. That's the way it starts out. The little bucks get them running first, and the big boys, when they're ready, they'll all but disappear with the does, and that's when the scrape hunting's no good. When the rut's kicked in, you got to get away from the scrapes, because a buck may use that scrape, but before he can get to it again, he's probably already run across another doe that needs bred, and he's gone. The first thing I do when I shoot a deer is I cut the tarsal glands off. I was always told, truth or not, that gland could potentially damage the meat or taint the meat. It's such a powerful gland, especially this time of year. They're urinating on it, and to get it off of there. But you can also use those as a drag pad. That big buck, if I was cut them off and drag them behind me in another buck's territory, he's gonna smell that and he's gonna be kind of upset. Or you can I've hung them up in a tree beside of me for a while to cover my scent. And a Doze pads, when they're in, getting close, that's a real effective tool as far as covering your scent and making dragging them across to around in front of your tree stand, getting that smell of that doe and broadcasting it, letting the bucks know, hey, there's a doe around here. So those are natural things you can use as scent wafers and scents in your hunting. Everything you need is provided for you on the deer, around the deer. You just have to be willing to use it. And that's a natural scent that that can be used by anybody. So when you're out hunting or visually observing deer and you're wondering kind of what stage of how the rut's going and what's going on, that gland is a good visual that you can tell what's going on. That big buck, when I say he stunk, I mean they stink. When they're rutting, they stink. That gland, they urinate down that gland, it makes them stink. They even urinate on their foreheads on that gland. And I mean, it's just a big stinky buck. That's just his call sign. And the ladies, the does, they like it. So when you're out there, use this tip. You know, use that gland visually to see what's going on in your neck of the woods, as well as scrapes, rubs, you know, bucks chasing. All these things are key factors that you can learn from to tell what's going on in your neck of the woods. And you know, if you run out of scent, or maybe you don't have any doe in need, or you know, rut rampage, maybe you don't have those, I suggest, you know, and if you can't, maybe you can't afford them. You know, I've been there. Sometimes you just can't afford this stuff, and you need it now. The deer will provide that for you, and use those glands. They'll work for you. This is T-Mac. I hope this tip helps you. I hope you enjoy the videos. If you do, keep contacting us. And trapping season is right around the corner. I'm hoping to get to do a lot of trapping this year. We offer the trapping DVD in our online store at www.wildfortheoutdoors.com. You can go there. You can order the trapping DVD right there. We take PayPal now. You can order our Nothing Special, which is just our outdoor DVD, just a bunch of our hunts put together. Or you can also get exit broadheads there. So go check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. And ruts, man, it's almost here. So get out in the woods. It's November. You got to be out there. Take care. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. For tons more videos, go to our YouTube channel, Wild for the Outdoors. You can also see them at www.wildfortheoutdoors.com. And be sure to visit our online store. And don't forget to go to Facebook, like us, share us with your friends, and hey, remember, it's your God-given duty to manage this land.